this week on Carolina All Out.
These guys are the top two guides on this sound. We should have a fantastic day.
There's a good one.
There we go.
There he is.
There you go.
That's a nice one. Drop him in the live well, maybe we'll get another one. Got him on, Chris. Redfish.
Spots and specks on the Pamlico.
This is Carolina All Out.
This week, the All Out crew is headed back to a familiar destination, the Pamlico Sound, and are targeting speckled trout. The Pamlico has been good to Carolina All Out over the years, with many episodes showcasing the awesome fisheries that call this massive lagoon home. Today is a special treat as Chris will be fishing with two of the top anglers on these waters. Captain Scooter Lilley, who we all know from CWW Inshore Charters, and Captain Richard Andrews of Tar-Pam Guide Service. The conditions over the last year have been spectacular for trout fishing. With a mild winter and almost zero winter kill, many of these fast-growing fish made it through the cold period and are emerging larger and more hungry than ever. How fortunate could we be that the stars and the moon lined up as both captains have a rare day off and decided to join forces and bring some fish to the boat for the cameras.
It's a fantastic morning to be on the Pamlico Sound, and I'm looking at not a cloud in the sky, and the winds are low is exactly what we need today to be able to catch speckled trout and maybe some slot reds. We're going to give it a try today, but the special thing that I have going on is I'm going to be with our good friend Captain Scooter Lilley and Captain Richard Andrews. These guys are the top two guides on this sound. We should have a fantastic day. So here we go.
There he is.
Yep.
Get on up here, Chris.
Ain't very big. That's a start, boys.
Yeah.
Little dink.
Yeah, I see him breaking out there.
Yep. I just missed another one.
There he is.
There's something in there.
Old giant. Giant gator trout.
Gator trout. Well, you can't start off too
That's all
big.
right. You got to crawl before you walk.
That's right.
We'll let him go and get us another one here.
Yep.
There he is.
He hit it. He hit it. He hit it. He hit it coming in. Nice. That's a good one.
There he is. I got him on again.
Yep. Hey. Finally got one to take it. Pretty fish.
Trout are funny though. You can't tell the big ones. I can't tell the little ones.
That one hit right on top now. You can tell he wanted it too. He got it right off the top as I was bringing it in. He ate that Z-Man up.
Ooh, got a little jumper.
Boy, they must be thick if Chris caught.
I got a jumper, yeah. So this first fish of the morning for me, and we've got
You got him?
speckled trout. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we got a trout. Take a look at these teeth right here. And that fish right there is pretty much one of the great things about the Pamlico Sound and our coastline is we have these guys great to eat. And Richard and Scooter can put you on these on a very regular basis because they're putting us on them right now. So well, this one's probably a little bit small. We're gonna turn this one loose and then and try it again, but we are on them right now here in the first morning of the Pamlico. So turn him loose. And beautiful day to be on the Pamlico.
Well, one of the things that people have problems with trout fishing, you know, beginner fishermen out here, is that trout don't necessarily, they're not bank dwellers. I mean, we do catch them on the bank sometimes, but you have to be familiar with the bottom enough to be able to be comfortable enough to fish offshore.
Right, yeah.
And a lot of times these trout on points and, you know, places like that, they're on ledges, they're 2 or 3 casting lengths off the bank.
Uh-huh.
If you're sitting there beating the bank, especially in a shallow area, you might not get a bite out of a trout, and then you turn around and cast offshore. That's where the trout are. You'll start catching them then. Oh, yep, there he is. Scooter's got one on top right there, boys. Probably a puppy drum, I would imagine, but you never know. I just had a bite right there a second ago. Like, looks like a big trout, doesn't it? You need a net.
There we go.
I'm coming. Shirking my guide duties.
Oh, look at there.
Well, that's a nice one. So we were just talking about trout in real shallow water, and there you have it right there, right on the bank, in 2 feet of water. There we go. Good job.
We'll be right back with more trout fishing action.
Richard.
Might be a better fish.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
that'll work.
That'll work.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission. Go hunt, go fish, go wild. Agri-Supply, more than just a farm store. Carolina Cooker Cast Iron Cookware, a tradition born in the South. Montgomery Community College, educating since 1967. Farms and Land Realty, selling land is what we do. And by Browning Trail Cameras, faster, smaller, better. Don't go away, there's more Carolina All Out coming up. In 1972, President Nixon signed a proclamation designating the 4th Saturday of every September as National Hunting and Fishing Day. Across the country, family-oriented events are scheduled offering free opportunities to experience the outdoors and learn about hunting, fishing, and the role that these activities play in conservation of both game and non-game animals as well as our landscape. The North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission plays a part on National Hunting and Fishing Day by scheduling free events hosted by staff, volunteers, and exhibitors from across the state who are passionate about educating the public. Events you'll find: fishing, archery, reptile and amphibian exhibits, raptor exhibits, tracking and game recovery, tree stand demonstrations, wildlife identification, and much more. So the next time you're looking for something for the whole family to enjoy, find your nearest National Hunting and Fishing Day event and learn more about the role that hunting and fishing plays in the conservation of our great state.
Look at that, look at that right there under the water. Look right there under the water there.
Yeah, I see, yep. What's that coming? See the ripple right here?
It could be anything. It might be a ray.
Look, he saw it too. He's waving hello.
Check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're fighting, they're rutting.
Yeah, look at that. Look.
We're gonna see them.
Oh, that is cool.
They're rutting. How about that? You just never know what you're gonna see out here. It's 2 cow-nosed rays mating right out there. Right out here on the coastline. It's amazing.
Chris, Captain Scooter Lilley, and Captain Richard Andrews are targeting trout on the Pamlico Sound. And with a few moves, they have found the fish.
There's a good one. Yes, sir. I'll get a net.
Yeah. He's gonna come onto the boat. Yeah. There we go.
All right.
Well, there was one hanging off that point over there.
Oh, yeah. There might be another one.
Yep.
Where there's one, there's a lot of times there's more.
He ate that one.
Yeah.
So how lucky am I to be sitting here with 2 top guides and putting this on trout on the Pamlico Sound. Proof's in the pudding.
It's a beautiful fish.
It is a beautiful fish. That fillet one, fillet two.
There you go.
Smell the grease.
Drop them in the live well. Maybe we'll get another one. So these speckled trout, they tend to respond better to a jigging presentation versus a straight retrieve or swimming presentation with the, particularly with the swim baits. Usually if we're throwing swim baits for trout, we're still jigging them vertically, hopping them, letting them drop to the bottom. Whether you're kind of doing more of a horizontal jig or more of a vertical jig, it's just the difference between your tip being up versus tip being down. Trying to keep a tight line throughout your cast, your retrieve, and you're gonna get the bite every time on the drop. You know, a little double tap, pop, pop, and then let it drop down, and that's when you get your bite. There he is, right there.
There you go. Isn't it?
Nah, I get him. I'll sling him. Yeah.
There we go. Talk to me about it there, Richard.
He's probably not going. He's probably barely legal, but we'll return him to the water. Look for a bigger one. He might be 14 and a half. So you're allowed four fish per person over 14 inches. The smaller keepers tend to be better eating, like the 14 to 17 inch fish. But you know, for the sake of volume of meat, we like to keep the big ones most of the time.
Sure. Here we go.
There he is. Yeah.
There you go, Richard.
Might be a better fish.
Decided to come to the boat.
Feels heavy.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
that'll work.
That'll work.
That's a nice fish. Let me show everybody that one.
There we go, guys. Good job, man.
Whoa.
Stay with us.
Hold on now.
Headed twice.
You gotta wrestle these big ones.
Now that's a fine example, and one toother. Well, he's got a small tooth that's broken out. That beautiful, just orangey yellow in the mouth. Cool fish, man. Fillet one, fillet two.
He's going in the box.
That's how he makes it, right?
Yeah. There we go. Good job.
Stay tuned for more Pamlico fishing action. The all-out crew is enjoying a good trout bite on the Pamlico Sound, but as the day progresses, the trout aren't the only fish that are biting.
There we go.
You got him?
Yeah.
Hooked up. I'm willing to bet it's a drum.
Probably a drum, it feels like. All right, so we're throwing it looked like a big old beetle spin, just a spinner bait of some sort, and looks like a drum. Yep. So there we go.
Little pup.
Little puppy.
Little 16-inch pup.
When they're on the salt water, they really silver looking, but when they get in this stained water here, they start turning a little red. So here we got another one on.
There we go.
That's a better one.
He might be a keeper. Did he hit a top water?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Good deal. So Scooter's doing the top water, and I'm doing the spinner bait.
I'm just working a net.
And Richard's working a net, which guys should know how to do that very well. Yeah, we put him on the clock just a minute ago, so now he's over there catching. So anyway, I'm gonna let this one go. Scooter can show you that and ride, so off we go. Look at how pretty he is.
All this bait is a 4-inch Z-Man diesel minnow on a 3/16 jig head But it, you know, a good nice blade, heavy wire with a ball bearing swivel, that's always a good one, so it spins good. And we're just running it right over this grass in here, keeping it above the grass, but keeping it below the surface. And color isn't all that important. They just like that flash. Good redfish bait in the grass bed. There he is.
There you go.
That's a good one right there.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, get the net. Where's the
Get the net.
Oh, man.
There you go. You catch one. I'll net him up. That's a nice. That's a drum.
Drum.
Yep. Nice. Maybe a keeper drum, I think.
Man, look at there, Scooter. All right.
There you go, man.
Black spot on that jugger. He's pretty. He's beautiful. Yeah, 2 spots. That's just what we love about that little fish. And he gets so big.
I know.
He gets so
Can you imagine 40
big.
to 50 pounds?
Stay tuned for more Pamlico fishing action. Carolina All Out is brought to you by the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission. Go hunt, go fish, go wild. Agri-Supply, more than just a farm store. Carolina Cooker Cast Iron Cookware, a tradition born in the South. Montgomery Community College, educating since 1967. Farms and Land Realty, selling land is what we do. And by the Dixie Deer Classic, the South's premier sportsman event. Don't go away, there's more Carolina All Out coming up.
Welcome back to Appetite for the Outdoors. I'm Chef Chad McIntyre. Got a little early morning cooking going on. Today we're doing something fun. We're doing barbecued bear ribs. So to start, we've got some water right here that we're going to slow cook the ribs in, and we're going to add in 1 lemon kind of sliced up and a couple bay leaves. We're going to go ahead and season the water up with some salt and some pepper. And then we're going to go ahead and put our ribs in. These are bone-in style ribs. And we're going to let these ribs poach in the water for about an hour and a half. This is really going to make them tender and fall apart. Once they've slow cooked for about an hour and a half in the water, we're going to transfer them to our enamel baking dish right here. We're going to put a little bit of our Carolina Cooker, sweet with a little heat sauce on there, and then we're going to finish them off in the oven at 250 for about another hour. And once we're done with that, they're going to get a quick flash on the grill and everything will be ready to go. All right, we've let the sauce on here caramelize a little bit to give it kind of that sticky sweet flavor. We're going to pull these off. Nice and tender, unique way to cook bear, guaranteed to be a crowd pleaser. And as always, it's great to take wild game in the field, but it's even better to incorporate it into a dish.
With warm temperatures and good fishing, the crew decides to keep at it, filling the live well with a few more keepers.
There he is. Got him too. Yep. This is a good one too right here. Yep. These are better fish. Oh yeah. Now who's going to net whose fish here?
There we go.
I might have a ray.
No, look at
That's a
that.
drum.
Redfish.
I'm gonna need something.
All right, I got you covered.
It's
Look at it.
a slot drum, I think. All right.
There you go.
Gonna be close.
Oh, all right, I'll bring it up to you.
That's all right. Excuse me.
Oh, how pretty.
Pretty
I
little
love
little
it.
puppy drum.
Gotta love them. Beautiful. What do they got to be slot?
The slot limit on redfish is 18 to 27. 1 fish per person per day.
Got it.
Got him on, Chris. Hooked up. Redfish.
Go ahead and, Chris, while you're sitting right there, man, make a cast out there in front of him, see if there's another one.
Yeah, they're usually not by
Yeah,
themselves.
they're usually in a little scoop there too. Yeah, that's pretty good.
They're in that little deeper water. They weren't up in that shallow grass, but once we ease out there a little deeper, they were.
Pretty. They get copper.
Sure is copper, isn't it? Pretty fish. Let's get another one.
Oh, there's one. There's a good one.
Good one. Whoa.
Yeah, that's a good
That
one.
might be a ray.
No, it's
No,
a
that's a good
fish.
trout. Nice.
That's a Spanish
mackerel.
mackerel.
Yeah, look at that.
Now look at that, guys. Look at that, what we got.
There's been a lot of Spanish around early this year.
That's a shocker. Pull a Spanish off the point. Yeah, pretty fish.
Well, we've each got 2 hands, so we came up with what we could carry in it, but we've got a few more back there in the back. We just about limited out. We struggled, but we got it done.
I had a blast.
I did too.
I enjoyed it, man. It was great.
Hey, look, you got to come down here and see the Pamlico Sound for yourself. Catch these guys and call these guys. The number's at the bottom of the screen. Always remember, our state is your next adventure. On the Pamlico Sound. No, that's not right. Scooter Lilley, who you know, and Captain Richard Andrews. Okay. I'm on my way to go see him. Let's go get this done. I got an itch my nose, sorry. One more time. All right, here we go. No boogers. Wounded bait fish or something to that effect, and they're making their, and there went the end of that one. There you go, you got it. And that's how you lose a lure.
Daisy.